Woo! Oh my gosh, we did it. We're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Jedi Talk. I am your host, Brad Hughes.
Hello there. I'm your co-host, Evan T. Boucher.
And we're back. I'm not going to get into too much here, but it's been a while since we've done a show. I tried to do a show solo. Let's just, both of our schedules have been very, very busy lately. I haven't even seen you.
Yeah,
this is like the first time I've seen you this week for the last few days in a while.
Yeah, like don't try to defend it either. Like it's mostly half my schedule fault and half my fault. Like that's it.
It's mostly your schedule's fault.
Yeah,
and that
more
happens.
Or less.
We get busy. I get busy. There were times that I've been super, super busy. I just wanted people to know, especially lately, for whatever reason lately, the podcast has been like
blowing up.
It's been blowing up. It's weird. I just wanted to let everyone know we didn't go anywhere. Everyone's fine. We're good. It's all good here.
We went places, but we came back.
We went and did a few things. Went to a galaxy far, far away a few times. COVID has not been kind to this family.
But that doesn't mean we have it.
No.
But
and no one I know has it, but it's just the effects of it all have not been kind. So I just wanted to address that, we didn't go anywhere. The podcast isn't stopping. All the people who were listening from a podcast over a month ago, I mean, it's been a month and 4 days since we posted an episode.
Sheesh.
Which is insane. And we're not going to really play catch up. We're just going to kind of stay relevant with the news because I feel like if you play catch up, then
Smart.
it would be first of all, it'd be like a 5-hour show. And it wouldn't
I'm not opposed.
It would be fun. How have you been, man? You doing okay?
Doing okay. All things considered, man. Life is life. I mean, I had a great night thanks to, I don't want to like say anything to like potentially mess up what
I got you. I got you a park pass.
Yeah, park pass to Galaxy's Edge. It was amazing. And it felt like the old days. I went for 2 hours after work and just stood on Batu for 2 hours. Felt like the old days. It was amazing.
Was it busy?
Crowds were dead. Cast members were like opening day levels of like being nerds in Star Wars and Doc-Ondar this, and Hondo and the Falcon this and that. And I was like, this is amazing.
It kind of makes me wonder if there's like more stuff for Doc-Ondar in the future because I heard something today when I was in Galaxy's Edge over on Batu about, and I texted you this, and I completely forgot about it, and I've brought it up on this show.
Yeah, I know you
multiple
have.
times.
I knew you knew it. When you texted me, I sent it back, and you're like, oh yeah, I know. And I was like, I know you know.
I just, when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, duh. There's a scene in Solo where Kira's talking to...
It's just some random dude in the bar.
Some guy's like, he's...
One of his like enforcers or whatever.
Have you
been attentive to Doc-Ondar?
Which is so funny because the first time I saw that movie... Galaxy's Edge hadn't even been... Yeah, Galaxy's Edge hadn't even been named.
We didn't even know who Doc-Ondar was.
Yeah. It was after that event of the Galactic Knights when they did the Solo Galactic Knights, which is when that all that information.
And later in the movie, L3 mentions Black Spire. Mm-hmm. So that movie was like that's the only movie with any Batu references.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the only one.
Jeez.
Even with even Rise of Skywalker didn't say anything. Which
I was hoping and praying it would.
I didn't think they would like go back to Batu or anything, but I was
have Vi be a character in the movie. Yeah, but like say her name or
you could see her in the background. I mean, that would have been really cool.
Pull a Rogue One and be like Vi Marati, report to Organa.
Yeah,
something.
Especially with when all the ships show up, I feel like that was a weird.
Missed.
We gotta. Oh, let's see. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone.
Oh,
hold the phone.
I'm holding
hold the phone. Hold it. Hold it.
Should I pick it up? Holding it.
We have Hollywood Studios for tomorrow.
Everybody?
Yep.
I was just there, and I'm going back tomorrow.
Woo woo.
I might call in sick to work. I won't. I'm kidding. I won't.
Maybe your grandfather's not feeling well.
Whoa. Actually, no. I said I was going to tell the story.
Can we talk about this now? Okay.
I'm going to tell the story now. This podcast is already derailed, but
yeah,
I can't, but you guys can. I'm jealous. But okay, this podcast is already derailed.
Works from 3.
I work at 3 tomorrow. That's okay. I get to go till 3.
You might get a boarding group and get to do Rise, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Don't even. Knocking on wood. Don't even say that. So anyhow, the job that I used to have, I was not a fan of. So it was also in December, obviously December 5th, when Rise was opening. And I moved down here, I mean, yes, for Disney, but I made the move to be here for opening day of Galaxy's Edge, which I was here. This is actually, we're almost approaching a year of me being here, which is also a year of us knowing each other. We met on the opening day of Galaxy's Edge.
When was the opening? Because I thought it was May 29th.
It's August 29th for
August
us.
29th.
May 30th for... May 30th?
May 31st.
For Disneyland. 31st for Disneyland. So I'm obviously moving down here for that. And now Rise opens on December 5th. And did they announce that after I moved down here? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I didn't know. I had no clue when it was opening. I just knew I was going to move down here.
People were assuming Disneyland's Rise would be open first because because they were ahead of
Yeah.
the curve. But then they had all that issue with. I don't think we talked about it on the show because I couldn't at the time. But they had an issue with the RFID technology that controlled the ride vehicles.
Yep.
They were installed in like upside down or something.
They
is
had
what
to
I heard.
redo like
they
the entire floor surface.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
So
So they announced when Rise is going to open, and my last job involved traveling all over the country. And we were scheduled to travel to Providence, Rhode Island, on the exact day, like departing on December 4th and not getting back till like December
It was like
8th or something like
I
that.
remember it was a long time. I was like, God dang.
So I was like, I moved down here for Star Wars, and like this is going to be the greatest attraction of all time. I can't not go to the opening day. Like that would just be like I might as well go back to Indiana and like just say screw it and give up. So like I devised this plan. It was it was terrible of me.
It's a bad thing to
it's
do.
Terrible. Do not.
I don't
do
recommend this, but it
don't
worked
do
out.
it unless you can go back in time to go to the opening of Rise. That's the only reason. So I told my employer that I could not depart with them to Rhode Island. I would meet them on December 5th in Rhode Island. And I told them I could not do that because I was having, I'm going to knock on wood and cross fingers and stuff so I don't like actually make this happen because 2020 sucks. I told them that my grandfather had passed away and his funeral was going to be on December 5th. So that was my reasoning. And they're like, oh, understandable. Family emergency. We get it. Like, you go to Indiana, take all the time you need. And I was like, I'll be there on the funeral for the 5th on the funeral. And then I'm going to fly out to Rhode Island after. I'll meet you guys. I think, it was the 6th, the morning of the 6th. So got to do Rise. I was up at 2 a.m. with you and Dallin.
Yeah, it was such a party that day.
It was the best.
We had so much fun. I was thinking about it today.
What I did. It was worth it. I don't recommend it. It's not like I frown upon it, but I'm glad I did it.
We're laughing because it's ridiculous. We're not laughing because it was a good thing to do.
No, it's terrible.
And I don't feel like people are going to take that out of context. And it's like we're laughing because it was dumb.
Yeah.
Not because it's funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying do this. I'm not like not condoning it.
Yeah,
but I did. We had a good time. And I flew out. I met them in Rhode Island, and then I drove back with them. Everything was fine.
Yeah, your grandfather's fine.
Yes.
He came back to life.
He did.
In the casket. So I actually thought about opening day of Rise today because I was in there like, we had so much fun that day. It was you, me, Dallin, Deb. Kevin, his
Holly.
daughter, Holly. I said you, me. I always say that when
I didn't know who you, if it was
you.
me, you, me.
I don't remember. But I always, when I go you, me, it's always,
that makes sense.
Holly because we're
she comes first, yeah.
Joined at the hip.
Yeah. It's really gross.
And Duncan was there. I don't know. I was thinking about it today because we went with a friend of mine, Molly, who does the Sugar Free and Smiling podcast, which is a really interesting podcast. If you have diabetes or you know someone with diabetes, it's like really informative. I've learned a lot talking to her about it. But we were going with her. She
recently did an episode with you about like the Haunted Mansion and Disney in general and stuff.
Yes,
and that was a great episode.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yes. That was fun to do. That was the day that the news of Splash Mountain broke.
Yeah,
I remember.
You guys get into Splash Mountain news. It was great.
It was a long, weird episode. Very different than normal.
It was, but it was really good.
Does have an all Orlando podcast eventually talk about Disney in some way?
Yeah.
But we were going to go do Rise with her because she hasn't done it yet. I mean, she's done Batu, but she is not a big Star Wars fan. And it was actually going to be the video that I was going to make today was like her reaction to it. Because it's hard for us to judge this attraction because we go like, this is the greatest attraction of all time, right? Because we're massive Star Wars fans.
Yeah, but I also wrote the Harry Potter thing of what's it called?
That's
Forbidden Journey. And I don't care about Harry Potter, but I was like, this is a top 5 attraction. Like, it's awesome.
But I wonder if it's as good as we think. I think it's perfect. I think it's great. There's a few things we're going to do a YouTube video on some things about it, but
maybe tomorrow.
Maybe we should plan it out.
Yeah.
But it was I was just kind of curious because like the only person that I know of that is not a massive Star Wars fan. My dad's a fan, but he's not like we are. Like he thinks we're dorks. Like but he likes Star Wars. My mom doesn't know what a stormtrooper is. Like she was like, "Are those white guys the bad guys?" And I was like, "I'm going to kill you."
That's racist.
You've grown up, right? How dare you? Black stormtroopers matter. Death troopers matter. Death trooper lives matter? That's too long. Death troopers matter. Well, just, whatever. Horrible. That's like the closest I can get to a reaction to somebody who doesn't know Star Wars. And so me and Molly are good friends, and I can't wait to see her react to it because I honestly don't know if she knows who Hux is. Like I don't know if
she's seen the movies, but like she doesn't like have his name memorized.
I don't think she's seen the movies, has she?
What?
I feel like we talked about it on one of her episodes, and I don't think she's seen any Star Wars movies.
What?
Maybe the original ones.
I mean, you get it though. Like the villains in the attraction are obviously villains. Like good guys are obviously good guys. So like you'll get the story. Like
it
you're
won't
a
be
good
lost
guy.
on
You're
you or
getting
anything.
captured by bad guys. You get saved by good guys. So like
I don't know. I'm very curious to see what her reaction is. But we didn't get a chance to do it today because we got there at like 9:15. We did the normal thing where we go and we get our breakfast and we sit outside Starring Worlds Cafe and we just kind of chill out and relax in the shade for a little bit until 10 o'clock rolls around. We grab our boarding group. Today's the first day we've ever done Rise of the Resistance and have not gotten a boarding group because they were handing them out, but they were in limited number because the building was struck by lightning. I don't know if you noticed.
2020.
Muppet Vision is closed too.
I heard that.
I don't know if it's connected to that or if it was just
they probably
weird
share generators or share
something.
whatever.
But the building itself was struck by lightning, and from what I'm hearing, it's probably not going to open tomorrow, and it's probably not going to open this week. That's what I'm hearing.
Dang.
No.
We'll find out. We'll be there. We're going to try.
I do want to put this out there. If anyone went today, today's date is what, the 11th?
Yes.
August 11th, 2020. If you went to Hollywood Studios today and this is so specific, and you got a Rise of the Resistance boarding group, how did they compensate you? I'm very curious.
How? With the park pass system? Like how? Even if you get boarding group
it's always said that.
Yeah. There was like a line. They're like, if you're X or above, you can't guarantee it.
But you can never guarantee it because you could have days like this. So you can't guarantee it.
But what they meant was like, if you were below that line, they would compensate you.
Oh, okay.
But if you're above that line, they're like, we can't guarantee even compensation.
I wonder when Disney is going to like pull their head out of their ass with this attraction. Just open the fucking attraction.
Oh, yeah. Like every single attraction.
Personal choice. If you want to wait, if you come to Hollywood Studios and you want to wait 7 hours for Rise of the Resistance, that should be your right. And if that's what you choose to do and that's how you choose to spend your day, then that's how you spend your day.
I agree.
The fact, because then it's at least fair.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in line.
And with the crowds right now, it wouldn't be 7 hours.
No, definitely not.
No.
They could get everyone through the park.
Yeah, think about that.
On that attraction right now.
Now is the best time to open it up.
Yeah, now this is when they should start opening it up without virtual queue because you have such a small crowd.
Yes.
You can kind of see how it's going to go, you know.
Yep. And that queue is so long. You can like socially distance easily in that queue.
Oh, for sure.
So long.
Did they have social distance markings all the way back? They did, didn't they? Okay.
It goes even through the tunnel.
Oh, that's right.
To Grand Ave.
That's right.
They have it prepared. Right? Just like
I don't know. I feel like they this is when because we all know that this there were 30% capacity or whatever, which I don't buy at Hollywood Studios. It feels like it's like maybe half, maybe 60-40.
Earlier in the day, like towards close, it drops. Like
Does it?
Yeah,
but
towards
it
close.
Always did it though too. Like in the parks, it always felt. I mean, there were nights when it was busy. You could walk the Galaxy's Edge and not see anybody.
Yeah,
because
it's a failure.
I forgot about all that when we were watching videos the other day. So me and Evan went through like a YouTube spiral of our own videos just because it's weird because we have video footage of the day we met.
Yeah. And even before we met.
Before we met that day, you have a thing where you're talking like Brad Hughes following on Twitter.
Yeah, because that we met because
I forgot how we met. Do you remember how we met?
Well, before like the day we met, you mean, right? Like
yes. Do you remember how we met him at Oga's?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about on my video.
I've forgotten too. Yeah.
Yeah, in the video I'm like
the day before, I think my dad was supposed to come and they couldn't or something. And we had an extra spot at Oga's. Yeah. And I tweeted out, first person to respond to this, you can come get an Oga's reservation on opening day. And I responded.
I was like, I'm there. Like,
and that's how we met. Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
It's crazy.
Strange. Anyway, Rise of the Resistance, man, I'm hoping it comes back. I don't. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
I don't think
this is why I'm so excited to see tomorrow what happens.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be able to do it, but
I'm
happy just to be back in the park.
I have a friend who works on Batu. That's vague enough, right? There's a lot of people work on Batu.
I do too. I have friends that work there. So
and
Doc Ondar.
This person was telling me that they had people testing it all night last night and couldn't keep it running.
Dang.
So
we back to square one.
And it didn't open at all today. So that is concerning. I don't know. It might not. I don't think it will either. But I think we're going to see it gone for about a week.
Probably.
Just with a whip. Just
no, it's Kylo's in there with his lightsaber slashing computers, just like in The Force Awakens. Anything else?
Anything else? That's it for Rise. Anybody have anything else
this
about
has
Rise?
been Rise Talk. Rise Watch.
Welcome to Rise Talk.
Rise Watch.
Are you looking for Ogus tomorrow? Oh, that'd be so sick.
Oh, please. Dang it. With your magic, you will. And I get paid tomorrow, so yes. Fuzzy tauntauns. I'm going to be drunk at 11 a.m.
Nice. And then go to work. Fantastic.
Yep.
He's kidding. He's not going to get drunk. Wink. What else we got? All right. What's the first effect? Because that happened before I could put it into the show notes. What's our first actual topic of discussion on this podcast? I'm so happy to be doing this again, man. It feels weird, but in a good way.
Yeah. Most things do feel weird.
Most things feel weird in a good way.
From a certain point of view.
By the way, shout out, give Evan some love over on Twitter and Instagram.
No, don't.
Give him a hug. Give him a virtual hug.
Or a real hug.
Especially
if you have COVID.
Yeah, just cough right in his mouth, and then he can bring it home here. Great.
Yep.
Thanks. All right, what's our first topic?
I actually don't even know what it's about. It just says title switch. So dumb.
So the video that went around, the viral video about the guy who was saying that all the Star Wars titles are named the wrong, movies are named the wrong title.
I have not seen this.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, well, we're going to pause and you can watch it. Okay, you watched it. What'd you think? I want to hear what you think first because I hate this so much.
You hate all of it?
Every single one of them is dumb.
I think some of them make sense.
No.
I would not be mad if it was titled this way.
No, stupid.
I
can defend each one of them.
I can too, both ways. Like, I don't want it to change. I don't want George Lucas to be like, special edition.
Special editions are going to be, we're rechanging the titles.
Yeah, like, I don't want that. But like,
no, let's go through them. So he says that the first, let's see.
Episode 1 is the
Phantom Menace, but it should be titled to
Rise of Skywalker because Anakin rises in that movie. That one, okay, that one's dumb. He's not rising. He's not
rising. He gets that movie has almost nothing to do with Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's mostly about Obi-Wan's relationship with his
Qui-Gon, with his master.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with Anakin. I mean, it does because you introduced him, but like short of him winning the pod race, he's not important to the plot.
Well, he does shut down the entire battle droid army.
That was all nonsense.
That is dumb.
It's all.
Why would the entire army be programmed to like be one ship, and if you kill the ship, the battle? I don't know. They shut
I hate when movies do that. Where like, it's like
that was like one of the
take
first,
one
really.
thing. It was, and then like a bunch of movies came out. Like all the aliens are.
Yeah.
You know the aliens. You kill the mother alien, all the aliens die. It's Age of Ultron. Take out the main thing, and all the other little ones die.
They even redo that plot in some of the Clone Wars too. I'm
it's so annoying.
Doing that again.
It's so annoying.
Like,
But so the reason it's called the Phantom Menace is because the entire time you're introduced to Sheev Palpatine, Senator Palpatine, and Maul, and they're both Sith, and no one knows it. Yeah. And they're working their way from the Senate to take over and make the Empire. And that's why it's called the Phantom Menace.
Maul is like a distraction because he's not Phantom at the end. He's like, I'm obviously a bad guy. I'm going to fight the Jedi and kill the Jedi. So like, he's not a Phantom anymore. See, but Palpatine still is. So,
if you wanted to change this, you should. I would like to give my order because I think these titles are vague enough in most cases where you can move them around, but they're stupid.
Like Transformers vague when it's like
no.
Attack of the Fallen Revenge.
Killing of the Fallen Order, revenge for something. The last blankety blank.
Yeah.
The blankiest blank.
Yeah. We're not talking that vague, but they're vague.
If you wanted to call A New Hope instead of A New Hope, you wanted to call that Rise of Skywalker, that would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
Because
Luke rises from nothing
to be a Skywalker, and he doesn't even understand what a Skywalker is because he doesn't know that Anakin's last name is Skywalker. I mean, he knows Anakin is dead, so he doesn't know that it's
He just
Darth
thinks
Vader.
Owen and Beru are Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Like just like my
That's the only one.
Last name is Boucher. Like,
okay, what's the next one? Mute that so we don't get screamed at by YouTube.
Okay, episode 2 obviously is Attack of the Clones, but he says it should be called Revenge of the Sith.
No. The Revenge of the Sith, the Sith's revenge is turning Anakin.
Okay, yeah, that too, both. He starts
because that brings back the rule of 2.
He starts his turn in episode 2 though. When he murders all the
But he doesn't turn.
Not fully, but he starts it.
You can't say he's starting to turn because if that's the case, he started to turn in Phantom Menace because Yoda sensed that he was off.
Yeah, but Yoda sensed that about everybody. Like Yoda didn't like Qui-Gon. Yoda didn't like Luke.
He was right about all of them.
Qui-Gon?
Yes.
Luke? He's not right about Luke.
You read Master and Apprentice. He didn't follow the ways of the Jedi Temple.
No, but what Qui-Gon
exactly.
Qui-Gon
he thought
he knew the Jedi were flawed back
then.
Yeah,
but that's not Yoda's not looking at it from Qui-Gon's perspective.
The one that's wrong.
Yoda's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why he goes to live in a swamp. Anyway, we're not talking about Yoda. Anyway, the Revenge of the Sith is turning Anakin from the good from the light to the dark.
Yeah.
Because then he's a Sith.
Yeah.
He's not he starts to go down that path in 2, but he's not really going down the path yet. it's packing up to go on the trip.
That's true.
Like he's
and he's still
letting
undecided,
anger
like,
and fear, and
yeah,
you didn't get the rank of master, and so
he
it's
still
fucking
knows
with
it's
him.
wrong. He's still like, I shouldn't be like this, but I kind of am. So like, yeah,
He full on killed children.
yeah. In this movie, and then he does it again in episode 3.
Yeah,
yeah.
The women, but they're not. I mean, they're not people. Sand people.
They're people's in the name.
It's not real people.
People's in the name.
They're not real people.
Well, none of them are real people.
Sorry.
This is a movie. They're not real.
All right, what's the next one?
Next one is Revenge of the Sith, but he says it should be Attack of the Clones because the clones attack and carry out Order 66.
How about this? How about none of them should be called Attack of the Clones because pause it. Because in any movie, like barely any clones attack anybody.
How about the Clone Wars is called Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they do have the fight in episode 2, but like
on Geonosis.
Yeah, but it's
the Jedi start that attack.
I just hate that movie so much.
The Jedi start that attack, not the clones. The clones come in and save them.
Well, it didn't say the attack of the clones. Hey, they started it.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know if that's even classified as an attack. That's like a rescue. I don't even know. We're getting into semantics at that point.
Well, I mean, like I said, none of the movies should be called Attack of the Clones.
What should episode 2 be titled?
Make up my own title.
What should
make up
be
my
titled?
own title.
Aside from like worst movie ever or something, I know you're gonna.
No. I'm trying to think of a real title. What would I call it?
It's tough. I can't think of one. Like, what do you?
Star Wars Episode 2: Master and Apprentice.
It's not bad.
All right, that's the name of the
They're
book.
not-
Never mind. That's
well,
the name of the book. Never
just
mind.
act like
No, I forgot about
if
that.
that was the name of the movie, the book would have been named something different. Like it would have.
I want a better title.
But yeah, 'cause
Fall of the Republic.
they don't fall though in that one. They fall in episode
They
3.
don't. Clones don't attack.
I know, but so don't give it another bad title. Give it a good title. I can't think of any, so like these are all better than I can think of. But
I'm trying to think of what happens in that movie. Star Wars Episode 2: Rise of Dexter Jettster. Obi-Wan.
What do you know?
What do you know?
Death Sticks. Just call it Death Sticks.
Episode 2.
What's the biggest thing that happens in that movie?
I don't remember.
Dooku tells Obi-Wan that Palpatine is evil and the Jedi are gonna fall.
What would be something to do of like Episode 2: The Secret Apprentice?
But that's too close to Phantom Menace. A little like secret phantom.
The Phantom Menace: The Secret Apprentice.
Okay, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, I have a Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Do your impression. It's amazing.
Yo, I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda. I gotta hear him do it.
I'm not giving away my
I'm not giving away my shot. There it is.
That's good. That's perfect.
No, I'm not giving away my shot.
My name is Alexander Hamilton.
My name is Alexander Hamilton.
It's pretty good.
And here I go, rapping again. Slapping King George again.
Nice.
With my 4-inch orange door hinge. Terrible.
Yeah, you asked me.
That was an Eminem thing. So anybody who knows what that's from knows Eminem.
True.
Welcome to the club. You made it. Episode 2 should be called.
Why is this so hard? I feel like it has to involve like what.
Secrets of the Jedi.
It's not bad because Dooku's like, "This is what's up," and Obi-Wan's like, "No, it's not."
The Clone Army would be the secret.
It is, yeah, yeah.
Secrets of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's better, right?
Much better.
Because then you go, ooh.
And that shows you right there, like, why would the Jedi have secrets?
The Clone Army, that reveal would be the secret of the Jedi.
It is.
Because Sifo Dyas is gone.
Yeah, and dead already. Dooku has killed him already at this point.
I want to. Is that in the Qui-Gon or the
Master and Apprentice?
No, the Dooku book.
Jedi Lost or
yes,
Jedi.
Fallen Jedi, whatever it is.
That's a vague title. That's a Transformers title.
Jedi Lost, yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's not a good book. I've heard it's good.
I heard it's good too. But
so I don't know if it's
I want to know more about Master Sifo Dyas. So I really thought Snoke was going to be Sifo Dyas.
That would have been cool.
Really, really did. Would have been so cool. Like a fallen Jedi. That'd have been awesome.
I think Secrets of the Jedi though. Good call.
Secret of the Jedi.
Secret.
Because it wouldn't be secrets because it'd be plural. The Secret of the Jedi.
That's true. Yeah. It's not bad.
Star Wars Episode 2: Lies from the Council. Lies of the Council.
Deception of the Council or
something Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Secret of the Jedi.
Secret works.
Secrets of the Jedi.
Yeah. I dig it.
Secret of the Jedi? The Secret of the Jedi. Yeah, it's better. I think The Secret of the Jedi.
That works.
It's hard.
It's
hard to say it.
It's better
The
than
Secrets
Attack
of the
Clones.
Jedi. Well, Jedi is plural already, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, all right, what's the next one?
So we got episode 4 is obviously New Hope, but he says it should be Return of the Jedi.
He's not a Jedi. He hasn't even trained.
Facts.
He doesn't even use a lightsaber in that movie.
He does.
He turns it on, but he doesn't use it.
Against the training remote?
Oh, that's right.
But
Damn it.
No, I'm just being devil's advocate, though. He doesn't use it like a Jedi uses it. Yeah.
You didn't really see him use it until almost all the way through.
More than halfway through
Empire.
Well,
you know what's so funny about
it against the Wampa?
We got so spoiled with the prequels with all the lightsaber fights. People forget that,
Not in a good way, though. Like,
there's more of it for sure.
There's only one good one in my
But people who grew up, me too, Duel of the Fates. People who grew up watching those movies, I think we're expecting that with the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, and we only got.
But it should be a spice.
Yeah,
like
exactly. That's
hot sauce is good, but you're not drinking hot sauce out the bottle. You know what I mean? It should. I mean, I do all the time, but you shouldn't do it. Like it should enhance what's there.
Yeah.
And I think the best lightsaber fight in maybe all of Star Wars is the one on Kef Bir.
I was thinking
because there's so much. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. The one on
Kylo, but
I'm getting chills, bro. I love it's.
I've watched it every night for the past 4 nights.
Just
the fight, not the movie.
So good.
Just the fight.
When you watch that scene where they're like right at the end there, when he's like just toying with her,
and they're both so exhausted, emotionally, physically drained.
All of it.
But Kylo's gonna win the fight. He's about to kill her.
I don't think people realize. Like you always hear people go like, how could she beat everyone all the way? She gets in these weird situations where things happen in her favor.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to win that fight. She could barely hold the lightsaber. And she's like shaking her hand.
Yeah.
And she's holding on to the lightsaber. Like
Kylo wasn't trying to kill her until the last 10% of the fight.
And you can watch him when he swings it, he's like bam, and it's like it's very powerful movements, but it's not a lot of energy for him.
No.
And I think people need to remember that. But anyway, what was the point of that?
Talking about how lightsaber fights should be used.
Oh, it's like a spice. So I think it would have been cool to see them fight maybe before they fought Snoke together or after they killed Snoke.
This brings up a question I want to ask you later, so we can come back.
Put a star next to it so we don't forget it.
Okay, good. Don't even want you to see it.
Okay, I don't want to see what it is.
Know what you think.
But I don't know. I think people need to.
Right.
Look at the original trilogy and look at the prequels. There's way too much in the prequels.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because it's like the Jedi at the height. There's a bunch of Jedi. I get it.
It's over 10,000 Jedi.
Yeah, you're gonna see. It was cool to see that scene with all the Jedi fighting. That was really cool. But I like it to just be sparing. I like learning and hearing about the Force power.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. I'm not a child or an idiot. I don't need to see sword fight. Well, I am an idiot. But I'm not dumb. I don't need action. I would rather hear a story than watch a 20-minute lightsaber fight.
Yeah.
That's all Revenge of the Sith is like. To me, it's just one long factory scene where they're fighting on the lava. Sorry,
video game factory scene. I hate that. So episode 4, we already said it was New Hope.
But he's not a Jedi.
It should be Return of the Jedi.
The
Jedi don't return. You're right.
No one returns. In fact, the only one.
Does.
But he dies. He doesn't return.
He returns. He comes out of hiding. His logic wasn't Obi-Wan. His logic was Luke.
Exactly. So using his logic.
His is dumb. But if you want to make it work, say Obi-Wan returns.
You put Obi-Wan in there, I agree with you.
Yeah, Obi-Wan returns.
Mm-hmm.
So it could work. It's not perfect, but it can work. So then we got, obviously, Empire Strikes Back. This one you can't change. What other movie does the Empire Strike Back? You can't change.
None of them because
the Empire's only alive for 3 films.
Force Awakens? This guy's on meth.
This one?
Who is this guy?
What was his reasoning? I even forgot. This one, okay. I don't agree.
Who cares? The reasoning's dumb. The Force Awakens? Is it because Luke's finally becoming a Jedi?
But it awakened in A New Hope.
Exactly.
He used the Force, Luke, to shoot the Death
Exactly. So it's already awake.
Luke,
what? What are you talking about?
Everything all right?
This is the one that's the dumbest to me.
Actually, yeah. You can't argue that one. I like how when I went in this, I was like, I can argue all but 2.
But if you think about it, that doesn't make any sense.
Nah, not at all.
Because we're going off his reasoning. Let me hear what his reasoning was. I'm curious now. I guarantee you he's going to say, I don't remember this, but I guarantee you it's because Luke trains on Dagobah.
Oh, go back.
See, that's dumb.
But he doesn't.
But the Force is an awakening if the Force is being taught by someone else.
Yeah, he even
Rey has this power that she doesn't.
And Finn
that just have this power they don't know what is. They don't even know Luke Skywalker is a real person.
Yeah, or Han.
But people forget that at the beginning of 7, Rey doesn't know that he's a real person. It was a myth.
Yeah.
And she goes from that thinking he's not real to taking his last name
and trying to find him, and then
because she respects and loves them so much.
Yeah.
That is a character arc.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so tired of defending. That's the dumbest one.
Yeah. So then obviously we got Return of the Jedi. He says it should be called, maybe we'll get there in a second. We'll find out. The Last Jedi.
No.
I don't even, well, I mean, his reasoning was
at the
Luke
end of
is
the
only
movie,
one there,
Anakin turns.
but then he dies.
He still would be a Jedi in the sense that he's, well, I guess that's not true.
If they all die, then that means there's never a last one. And if they all count as Jedi still.
That's fair.
So it can work, I guess. But
it
like,
could
it's not
work,
great.
but like that's not. I mean,
Return of the
Jedi, the Last Jedi.
Up until that point, Luke does the most Jedi thing ever.
Yeah.
And then he does it
Takes
again
out Palpatine.
in episode
Tops
7,
himself
or
in
episode 8.
in 8.
He does it again. But at that point, Return of the Jedi is the most Jedi thing ever. So the Jedi return. That makes sense. You can't change that one.
He comes back and like is fully trained.
Yeah, and instead of killing Palpatine and killing Vader, he throws his lightsaber away and says, "I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna kill you." Force Awakens. He says that should be called. This one makes no sense. The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire's gone.
First off, there's no Empire in the movie. So let's just say, for argument's sake, it's called The First Order Strikes Back.
But what are they striking?
From what?
Yeah. This
You're getting introduced to them.
Yeah. Bad.
That's almost as bad as the other one.
Yeah. Now we have The Last Jedi, and he says that should be called A New Hope. Last Jedi's better, but
there's no hope at the end. I mean, the end of the movie literally ends with them being like, I guess it is. You say we have everything we need
right here. Yeah, like it works, but Last Jedi's still better.
But there's nothing new. A New Hope is
because we already had Rey in episode 7.
There's nothing new in that movie.
Like, there's no New Hope.
It's the same resistance. It's not like they all got destroyed and
it's the same 10% of the resistance.
It's what's left.
Yeah.
What would be a great alternate title for episode 8?
The Empire Strikes Back. No.
Come up with your own title. I've said this should call it this since. Well, actually, I said that for episode 9. So I'll wait till episode 9. But for me, I would say something like
The Rise of Canto Bight.
Episodes 8.
I don't know.
The Ways of the Force.
Oh, that
stupid.
Works. Yeah.
Episode 8. The Last Jedi is just so perfect.
It is. And like I said, he does the most Jedi thing ever in that movie.
It's also like Luke is the Last Jedi. Yep. They say as much in the title crawl of episode 7. And Rey becomes the Last Jedi.
Yeah. And that's in a way foreshadowing to her taking Skywalker. She's taking the mantle of the Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's going to take the mantle of Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, it's foreshadowing. I've never even thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty beautiful.
That movie's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah. I need to watch
it's so good.
I'm stopped on my rewatch.
Bro, I will watch that. I will watch that shit with you tonight.
We're gonna have to watch it soon, if not tonight.
I'll watch it tonight.
I'm sitting there on my rewatch. So.
I'll watch it tonight. I don't give a shit. We'll wrap this up in about an hour. I'm ready to watch Last Jedi, bro. You put my Last Jedi shirt on. Holly's looking at me like she hates me.
Putting clothes on. Oh.
I was just gonna continue doing this naked. All right, what's episode 9?
Episode 9 should be, in his opinion, the Phantom Menace, because Palpatine comes back from the dead.
I guess. I mean, he wasn't a menace at all until the movie.
Yeah, and that's
I guess that's the same argument for episode 1.
That doesn't feel like a conclusion title to me.
No,
doesn't feel like a last movie.
I'll be honest with you. Rise of Skywalker is not my favorite Star Wars title.
No, it's not at all.
I
really like Phantom Menace.
I do too.
Really like Last
I
Jedi.
love Phantom Menace and I love Last Jedi. I think this one should have been called Return of the Sith or something.
You can't end your franchise with a villain winning title, even though
I always said episode 9, and there's a tweet on this. You can Google this tweet.
Yeah,
it should be called Rise of the Resistance,
which is crazy because that's the theme
I tweeted out
attraction.
The day after I saw Last Jedi. You can Google that.
That name fits too. I remember seeing it. Yeah, I remember reading that.
Rise
tweet.
of the Resistance. Should be called Rise of the Resistance. Fall of the
but
First
then
Order.
What do you call the attraction? Fall of the First Order.
Fall of the First Order.
Yeah, because they don't fall though in that.
You mess them up.
Yeah.
I mean, Kylo Ren gets kicked out of a shuttle.
Yeah, that's true.
Like his mom.
Dang. Don't say that about.
Is that what's supposed to happen at that scene?
I still don't know if he goes out into space.
Or if it just messes him up and he grabs onto the thing.
Because there's a pipe that swings next to him. Does he force pull it to him? Does he Leia Mary Poppins to it?
There is no escape.
I will destroy you.
I will destroy you and the Resistance. Is that it?
Well, I think it says, you will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the Resistance.
Oh, yeah. I will destroy you. I haven't seen the B mode yet of that. in person.
Never have in person. I want to so bad.
I do too. All right. Dumb. That's a dumb.
Well, not all dumb, but most dumb.
No, it's all dumb.
Story of my life.
I don't dislike this person, but I disagree with everything you said.
I don't know this person, but well, that makes sense. Oh wait, I need that. Come back. All right.
What's the next one?
That was an interesting. I'd never even heard of that. I never would have heard of that until now. So now the Mandalorian novel has been pushed back to fall 2021.
Do we know if this is a YA novel or if it's a full-on adult novel?
Who's writing it?
I don't remember.
All right, I don't. Let me look it up.
I think this may have to do with season 2. Spoilers, maybe. I mean, why would they push back a book?
Is it a prequel? Is it? We don't know what time period.
What would you prefer it be?
Nothing. I don't need it.
You don't need a Mandalorian book? Are you kidding me? You don't want to be in his head?
No, but we got the show.
Dude,
it's fine.
I'm all what we.
It's by Adam Christopher. The original adult novel.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Does it say where it's set in the timeline?
I doubt it.
Was that the cover of the book?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it has to be set.
If he's got the child in his arms with the Razor Crest behind him.
If this is like a gap between season 1 and season 2, that'd be really exciting because I think
that would be cool. Yes.
I think some time's gonna have passed. Maybe a year or two between season 1 and season 2. Maybe not because we don't know what happened.
We don't have the time gap at all.
I don't know. Maybe 6 months to a year because you're gonna want to tie up that loose end of Moff Gideon.
That's true.
That freaking last scene is so cool.
That's not like too loose of an end. I feel like he could just call up another squad and be like, "Come pick me up."
Well, I'm talking about like how that fight ends. I mean, how does that end for Din Djarin? Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He just flies away. And
I always say Jin Djarin.
You got it right. Don't mess it up. You got it. Don't even think about it now.
I always say it wrong.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry. So you're not interested in this book?
It depends on the timeline, wherever it is. Like if it's like what you just said, between 1 and 2, yeah.
What if it's
before? No.
What if it's a novelization of the first season?
No. I've never read even the movie novelization.
You haven't?
No.
They're so good.
What
are you? It's not the same. They're not even laid out the same. Like Rise of Skywalker starts with Rey meditating.
Kylo, yeah. But I know that now, so I don't need to read it.
But you wouldn't know that if it wasn't for me.
No, I would. I look at everything.
Oh, shut up!
Except for that last title.
Well, then you don't need to read any books then. If you can just look it up.
I can't read actually, so yeah. That's fine.
If you're not gonna read them, just look everything up. Don't worry about reading. Don't even watch the movies. Just
read about the movies.
Read about the movies.
That's so like counterintuitive.
No, it isn't. Because you don't have to. You don't have to watch the movie. You can just read a summary of it.
And don't watch the movie. Should I do that?
No. I'm saying you should read. You can use the same argument as I don't need to watch the movie because I can just read what it's about.
Wikipedia page.
Exactly.
The IMDb page.
I didn't see Back to the Future 2 yet. I just read the.
No, I can't believe you have.
I just read the wiki.
Have you?
No.
Okay, good. Don't.
Dude, I'm so anti-spoiler for everything. I don't
be there when you watch those.
Is that you, me, and Chris?
That's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be fun. I really am interested in this book. I'm so behind on books. I have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4 books I'm behind, and I have another one coming.
I've only read
for Spirit today.
5 Star Wars.
Thanks,
books
Amazon.
My whole life, so I'm even further behind. I'm 45 books behind.
The books are great, and the reason I would like to know more about Din Djarin is because even if it's a novelization of the first season, which I kind of have a feeling it is,
could be.
Because it's not called The Mandalorian blank. It's just The Mandalorian. So
which is weird because they put semicolons on everything nowadays.
So I think it's probably just like a novelization of the first season.
Yeah. You're into it though. I mean, I'll end up reading it.
What did I just say before that? I had a point of this.
Yeah.
Got it.
The backstory of Din.
No. I want to know what's going on in his head. Like when he sees episode 2 of the Mudhorn, when he sees the child use the Force for the first time. Since you don't even see his reaction to the helmet. You just see like a helmet.
You kind of. I mean, you get it.
You get it.
They've done a really good job with it.
100%. You get it, but like in his head would be really interesting how they pull that off. Like, what the hell is this?
That's the only stuff I need, I guess. Like,
that's what sets the novel. That's what I'm saying. That's what sets the novelations apart.
Yeah, that's the point of them. So like, that's the only stuff I need. But like, I don't know. I don't need to.
The novelization of The Force Awakens. Rey hears an evil voice saying, "Kill him" to Kylo Ren.
Kind of get that though. Especially now, knowing she's a Palpatine.
Yeah, but you didn't at the time. That's interesting. The stuff they got cut. It's all based on the script. That's why I love reading the books because it's based on the script.
Yeah, very true.
So, editing can change a movie. We know that. All right, cool. 2021's a little long to wait for a book, but I swear to
Yeah.
God, I'm so far behind anyway. I'm good.
Yeah.
I need a break. I swear to God, I'm gonna knock out Alphabet Squadron 1 and 2. Hopefully this week. I've been saying it for like a month, but I'm gonna try to knock them out. I'm gonna try to finish. I'm like 50 pages into Alphabet Squadron right now. I had to restart it because I don't remember anything about it. I'm 50 pages. I'm gonna try to read the whole thing tomorrow. That's my goal.
You can't be as bad as with me and Master Apprentice. You gave that to me in
that
February.
book took you 6 months.
Yeah. And I kept
I've
saying...
had Alphabet Squadron a year.
Yeah. Well, so I guess it is like me. But in the end, I like the last... I feel like this is redundant. This is me like with Resistance Reborn. I like the last half of the book, but not the first half.
The books do a weird thing sometimes where they go down a path and you're like, ooh. And then like, yeah, you like that? We're not going to do that. We're going to do something completely different and weird. And you're like...
And we'll come back to it at the end.
Like, why would you do that?
Survive that long.
Why would you do that? Just focus on the cool thing.
Leave what's awesome. I don't know. To go talk about
Master and Apprentice is hands down. This is not a knock on her, but it's hands down my least favorite Claudia Gray book.
Well, it's like saying it's the least best. You're not saying it sucks.
She's still the best of all the authors.
Yeah, it's just the least best.
I don't know. Force Lecture is pretty damn good, and I'm not saying that because he was on the show. I said
we said that before.
I said that,
like we love
and
it.
that's why I want to talk to him about it because I liked it.
Yeah, it's my number 1 or 2.
It's
I haven't read as much as you, but
so
it's my 1 or 2.
It's so good. I just like Resistance Reborn a lot too.
Yeah, I know.
I love that book.
Weird.
You're a weirdo. You're the only person I know that doesn't like that book.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Speaking of not being aware, Ron Howard is not aware of solo sequels, which
there's been some rumors going around.
Makes sense. Like that doesn't mean he's going to direct them just because he directed the first one.
Correct. That was what when I recorded the podcast that will never be heard because it was so boring and terrible. I was by myself and it was really not good, and it really wasn't. Holly was witness to it. It was very boring, and I was very ADD.
Man, I wish we could have that like a lost episode.
I think it's still here on the SD card somewhere. It's terrible. It's terrible. Just because he doesn't know doesn't mean they're not doing it. I mean, he got called in to do this as a favor.
Very last minute.
So
he didn't even know about the first solo movie. So how does he know about the second one?
Yeah, I think, and if by the way, if they're making it a Disney series, Disney Plus series or even a movie, he's not going to know about a series. I mean, why would he be involved in the TV series? Unless,
heaven forbid,
it's not like
Bryce Dallas is directing episodes.
Oh Christ!
Then he would know, but heaven forbid, let's not.
God, I hope not. I won't watch it. I would. I don't know. I mean, it's not like he did anything with that movie that you go like, that's a Ron Howard movie. You know what I mean? It was, and I mean this in the best way possible because I really enjoy Solo. I like it better than Rogue One. We just
talked about how much we like it with all the Batu references. Like, we like it.
It's vanilla.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, if you look at something like The Last Jedi and Solo, you're like, this is the same thing.
And they came out how close to each other?
6 months after.
That's insane. They're probably the two most
different.
juxtaposed
100%
in all of Star Wars.
100%.
And they came out the closest.
Oh, 100%.
People are like, what the hell are they?
Welcome to the Burtcast. I'm Bert Kreischer. I love Bert. He follows. Do you know Bert Kreischer follows Evan on Twitter?
I have no clue how. Or
Did you know that, Holly?
We've never even interacted. He just follows me.
That makes me so upset.
Really?
Because I love him.
I
told you him.
You don't even have Twitter.
I had Twitter when he followed you.
You did not tell me. I watched the Russian mafia story like
I thought I told you about
20 times a day back in college.
I thought I told you about.
No.
Oh really? Okay.
No.
My fault. I thought
basically everyone you told me about Tom Segura.
I take it back.
Basically everybody else you told
me. I take it back. I thought I introduced you to little Birdie Kreischer.
No, I knew about the machine.
The machine.
I am the machine.
I'm the machine. I drink 128 ounces of Kool-Aid a day.
Check the vitamin C.
Check the vitamin C. Tom, check the vitamin C. Check the vitamin C. It's sugar-free. It's fine. Just cancer. He said that on an episode today. Talk about diet.
Have you said anything racist lately? But not really. That's
100%.
Oh,
100%. All right. What's the next story?
Ugh. Well,
what'd you say ugh for?
Because I was like, not towards the next story. Because I love everything about it. But
okay, I was about to say what?
I was like, ugh, as in like funny stuff.
Oh, I thought you said ugh, like because of who was mentioned. I was like, I'm gonna beat you to death.
I love Brie Larson.
Thank you.
Never take it that way. So Brie Larson said that she was auditioning for Rogue One back in the day.
Didn't say the.
It had to be Jin.
Had to be.
But like.
Oh, 100%. Had to be Jin Erso. How much better would that movie have been with Brie Larson as Jin Erso? Because Felicity Jones is so wooden in that movie.
Yeah, like it could have been anybody.
I rebel.
You could replace her with anybody. She didn't suck. She didn't ruin it.
She brought nothing to that character. Even the emotional stuff, she's acting like she's a teenage girl.
How old is she supposed to be though?
I don't know, but let's see. Look what we got.
Yeah. Okay.
This is why I had this
Just
over
in
here
case
handy.
somehow it's not in there, I'll look it up.
But anyway, I want to hear what you think about this.
I mean, she's been a Star Wars fan since day one. She was at the opening day of Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge.
True.
Like, she's been there. She's got tons of pictures of her in Jedi costumes with lightsabers, like me being a nerd. Like, she's all about Star Wars.
By the way, Sign of the Times that she has a YouTube channel. She's an Academy
She does.
Award winner.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
she just launched it.
Whoa.
So weird. I mean, like, what do you have to do in Hollywood to not have like a YouTube channel? Will Smith has one. It's
that's funny.
what? It's just
Bird
so
has one.
strange.
He's not Hollywood Will Smith, but Bird
She's
has
an
one.
Academy Award winning actress,
Yeah.
or at least nominated. I think she won.
She had to for something.
I think she did. Let me find Jen Urso. Would it be under? Or probably under E, right? Lyra Urso.
Lyra
Jen Urso.
Galen.
120.
She was born 21 years before the Battle of Yavin.
So she's 21.
Basically, yeah, like 20, I guess.
Let's see. Let's see if it gives
Little less. Yeah, she's like almost 21.
Sometimes it just gives up their age. Let's see. I say we fight, Admiral Radis.
What is she proposing?
What is she proposing? There's a lot. I didn't realize it was going to be this much reading. Okay, let's just say she's 20.
20 or 21.
But she actually just acts like a teenage girl. And it's like, I was super excited for that character. And then, like, when I saw the movie, I was just like, am I the only one who didn't like that?
Her character?
Yeah.
Or you don't like her character at all?
No.
I'm indifferent.
She's
Not good or
boring.
bad.
She's the main character
That's
of
what
the
I'm
movie.
saying. Like, you could replace her with anybody. The character and the actress.
You could replace. You could just take her out, and the story's no different. I mean, other than her dad is Galen Erso.
She's the connection to that, though. Like,
Yeah, but like it's so boring. I take it
Well,
back.
actually-
I take it back. I take it back. You
actually-
can't take her out.
no, you can. The pilot, Bodhi knows Galen, and Bodhi defects. So Bodhi could just go to the rebellion and be like, "Hey, this guy says the Death Star is gonna."
Oh, you're right.
So you
She
don't
is
need
useless.
Jin. You don't need Jin. Like, dang. I
She's
don't know
a
how much
useless
of that,
character.
How much of that is like rewrites and whatnot?
And
I don't know.
and Cassian is the one who steals the stuff anyway. Doesn't he steal the plans?
He does, but then he gets shot, so like she has to carry it on. So like, but they could have just wrote that different, so somebody else carries it.
I've only seen Rogue
or
One
Cassian
twice.
shoots
Yeah,
it.
I need to rewatch it. I don't remember this, but
But Bodhi moves the plot just as much, if not more, than Jin does.
yeah, boring ass character. Brie Larson would have been a much better Jenner, so probably still wouldn't have liked it. But what are you gonna do? I don't know why she gets so much hate.
Who? Brie Larson. I have no clue.
She seems so sweet.
The first thing I saw her in was Community, and she was great.
She was in
that. Yeah.
Who wasn't in Community?
Me. You.
Jesus, everyone was in that show.
Yeah.
Literally, everyone was in that
She
freaking
wasn't in
show.
much, like maybe.
Donald
3
Glover was in
episodes.
Community.
Well, yeah, he was in it like 80% of the episodes. But yeah, Brie was in like 4 maybe ish. But yeah,
Interesting.
there's a lot of Star Wars connections to Community.
Yeah, a lot.
Strange.
Very
and
weird.
Marvel, but
Strange. All right, man. What's the next one?
I always say his first name wrong. But Carlo Esposito.
Is it Juan Carlos Esposito? Or
John. See, I always say it wrong. I hate that.
I've always heard people say Juan Carlo Esposito,
Juan Carlo. That makes sense.
but
But he is in season 2 of The Mandalorian, obviously, and
he
his
plays
thoughts-
Moff Gideon.
Yep.
If you don't know
Grand
who that
Moff
is.
Gideon.
Oh yeah, Grand Moff Gideon. Sorry, my apologies.
And well, the whole cast is insanely excited and in love with the show, and he's just
It's a cultural phenomenon.
and he can't stop bragging about the Darksaber. He says you'll see more of the Darksaber. You'll get the explanation of this ancient weapon to the modern world, a collapsed world. Where did the saber come from, and how was it revived? It's a key in our 2nd season, which will be back sooner rather than later.
Don't they reference it in Rogue One?
Does
the Empire take it?
It's under the code name Black Saber in Rogue One.
Okay, but the Death Star plans were Stardust, which
Yeah,
is
that's a
ironic
code name.
because it was her nickname, but it was also how the Death Star ends up as Stardust.
That's
Um,
and it's how Disneyland named their like
Project
restructuring
Stardust.
for
I forgot
Galaxy's
his edge.
It's so weird.
I remember that.
Obviously on purpose, but what was the question again? Yeah, the Empire takes it.
They have to have it. So
This
does
ties
he
into a
get
listener
it?
Question, which crap, I have to go get my notes for.
Go
it.
ahead. I
So
can
it ties into a listener question. So
I
we'll
can-
answer your question right now, I guess.
I can run this real quick. Well, we'll save their question for later, but I think at some point, since he's part of the Empire, he has to have gotten it from the Empire. I mean, You know Rebels way more than I do. I'm projecting my voice so we can hear me when he's in the room. But doesn't Bo-Katan has it, right? Am I wrong on that?
She does at some point. I've got it in my
notes. Who has it last?
But I'd also have to look at my notes. But
pre-Vizsla?
Gideon is part of the ESB, the Imperial Security Bureau, which is what Krennic is a part of. So they're all along that like same
Well, then that's
line.
A callback to Rogue One then.
And
has to be because
so
he's there. He's there on.
So is the dude from Rebels.
The Sandals Resort. What's it?
Scarif. What's that crap? What's the name of the guy that changes sides in Rebels? Callus. Agent Callus. He's part of the ESB.
Who? Oh, Rebels. I thought. Rebels. Sorry, I was thinking Rogue One. I was like, somebody defected in Rogue. I really need to rewatch Rogue One if I don't remember that. So I think that they just had it, and he realized what it was and how powerful of a weapon it was, and the Mandalorians at that point are gone, right? Or at least in hiding or something.
I prepared this just for this. I'm so upset.
That's okay. Take your time, dude. I'll just keep muttering to myself.
Gonna have to.
That's fine. I don't know. If they could actually tie this to Rogue One and like make it a cohesive thing, that would kick ass. I love when they like expand and explain things in Star Wars lore. And oh, you okay?
My head on the mic.
I love when they do that. Like they have a thing and they go, that was that thing. You can like Doc Ondar, for example. You can go.
Here it is.
Do you see? I'm pretty good at stalling. Thanks, improv classes.
What's that called in like politics? A filibuster?
Filibuster?
Do that. Go do a filibuster.
I could do a
Have
filibuster.
you seen the Patton Oswalt filibuster?
No.
Oh, look it up on YouTube.
Is it funny?
It actually does connect to Star Wars.
Does it really?
Yeah, he mentioned Star Wars.
That's so funny.
So
I could do a Star Wars filibuster.
Yeah, you could. So
we're going to start off with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Which could not
an
be
underrated
titled
film released in 1999. When I was a kid and I was like, I could easily do a...
Yeah.
I wonder how long of a solo podcast I could do if I just went from Episode 1 through 9.
Are you describing the plot, describing
and just like my feelings behind it?
Yeah,
the Last Jedi segment would be 9 days long.
It would. You could, yeah, that'd just be...
I love that movie, man. I actually think I love that movie more than I love Return of the Jedi, but I still think Return of the Jedi is my favorite.
That's you with Mansion and Rise.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Like, so
it's just one thing that's never going to replace. I mean,
I can admit that it replaces Pirates for me. I can admit that.
I can't. Dang. Plus, it's also just impossible to get on. Like, it's if it was like I could just walk up to it.
Well, for me, it's impossible to get on Disneyland Pirates. So
yeah, that's fair. All right.
So it's. I want to call it a brief history, but bear with me, it may not be.
Please.
So it goes all the way far back to Tar Vizsla, who was the first Mandalorian to be in the Jedi Order. He created the Darksaber.
He was Force sensitive, or he just...
Yeah, Force sensitive, created the Darksaber.
He was a Jedi.
Yeah, he was on... Not on the Council, but he was a part of the Jedi Order.
Okay.
So Tar died, and the Jedi kept the saber.
How did he die?
We don't know. He just died.
Oh, okay. That's not said anywhere?
No.
Okay. Is this like thousands of years ago?
It's before High Republic, sadly. Because I was like, oh, maybe we'll get some cool Darksaber Mando stuff. But no. Okay. High Republic fails yet again. Disappointing.
God.
So after Tar dies of we don't know what, the Jedi keep the saber, the Darksaber, and lock it up, which pisses the Mandalorians off because they're like warriors and that's a sick weapon. So...
But, okay, so whose side do you fall on that? See, I go with the Jedi. It's their thing. It's from their order. It's their weapon.
He made it. Like, that's
he made it himself?
He created the Darksaber.
Oh, well, never mind. They're right.
He didn't create lightsabers, but he created the Darksaber.
Gotcha. So it is his.
So then the Vizsla family, the clan Vizsla, comes and steals it. We don't know how. We don't know if it's a battle, if they sneak in. We don't know. But the clan Vizsla comes and steals the Darksaber. So then we jump like hundreds of years to the Clone Wars when Obi-Wan fights Pre-Vizsla, the Jon Favreau character. Pre-Vizsla. Pre-Vizsla is using it, and that's during the Duchess Satine's peaceful rule of Mandalore in the Clone Wars. So then...
Isn't Satine and Obi-Wan, like, don't they have a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, really sad and devastating, but
Obi-Wan
was
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch it.
Dude, do you want me to... I won't say anything else about it.
No, tell me. I don't care.
Like, Obi-Wan... They have a history, which sadly we don't get to see. But Obi-Wan tells her, he's like, if you ever told me you wanted to just us go get married, I would leave the Jedi Council or the Jedi Order and do it.
Shut up! Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
And
that's
what
heavy.
Happens to them later is you probably might know.
I don't know.
You don't know what happens to Satine?
I mean, I'm sure. I'm assuming she dies.
Yeah, I don't want to. You'll have to see that. Like,
does Obi-Wan kill her?
No.
Oh.
But I can't give it away. I can't tell you that.
Okay. I want to watch just that episode.
So that's possible.
Okay.
That's very possible. I have it written down. So Pre Vizsla runs a Death Watch, obviously, and the Death Watch.
What's the Death Watch?
The group of Mandalorians that started off as like extremists and terrorists, and Satine,
For the sake of what? Against the government?
They wanted to go back to being warriors.
Oh, okay.
Duchess Satine was a pacifist.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then she kicked them out, exiled them to a moon. So then we jumped to Death Watch saving Din Djarin. Pre Vizsla is not the head of. Well, he could be. At some point, Darth Maul kills Pre Vizsla, so we don't know if he's running Death Watch when they save the Mandalorian. Din Djarin.
Are they a part of Crimson Dawn?
No.
Okay. We know that for sure?
Yes.
Okay.
So then Pre Vizsla and Maul, they take over Mandalore. Maul kills Pre Vizsla, and he takes the saber. And whoever claims the saber through one-on-one combat is the rightful ruler of Mandalore. So Maul is like, I just killed him, therefore I own you guys.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sick.
That's
These
gangster.
are the best episodes of Clone Wars.
Oh, they have good episodes? Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't written down all that here. So this is in Season 5, Episode 15, when Maul kills Pre Vizsla.
Okay. I want to watch all these.
So then Season 5, Episode 16, Bo-Katan and Ahsoka force Maul off of Mandalore and back to Dathomir, but he keeps the Darksaber. They don't kill him, obviously, and so they can't claim the rule of Mandalore. So he flees.
So if you just get the Darksaber, it doesn't mean that you have to kill the person that had it before you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, okay, you don't have to kill him. You just have to best them in combat.
Okay.
But to Maul, like, that's death. Like
He's not going to just be like, oh, I chopped your hand off.
Yeah, he's like, 'tis a flesh wound. Like, he's not, no, he's not going to. So then Sabine Wren steals the saber from, well, actually, Ezra and Sabine Wren steal the saber from Maul in Clone Wars. So then Sabine Wren gives the saber to Bo-Katan. So now this is when Bo-Katan has it. And she is then the rightful ruler of Mandalore. So, like, that's an exception. Like, their family, basically, she gives it to him. So, whatever. And then at some point, we get the Great Purge, which Moff Gideon talks about, and, like, the Night of 1,000 Tears. So that's when the Empire goes and purges Mandalore.
So then they have it then at that point, right?
Yeah, Bo-Katan has it. And that's why I've said I think we're going to see a flashback of Gideon killing Bo-Katan.
Yes.
In the Purge of Mandalore.
Give me that all
and
day.
Taking the Darksaber.
See, I'm very interested in the Mandalorian stuff.
So,
but like, I don't need to watch 40 episodes on it.
And then I don't know if it's actually the Darksaber in the Void Secrets of the Empire, or if it's the Proto-Saber.
It's definitely not the Darksaber.
Then it's the Proto-Saber.
Yeah,
because that ties
so.
into Vader Immortal, where he has the Proto-Saber.
I've only did Secrets of the Empire one time, and unfortunately they're closed. They're never going to do it again.
Disney, they're closing in Disneyland and here.
Yeah, they had like some big, massive copyright infringement thing.
Yeah. So
how do you?
No clue. So that's not the Darksaber in Secrets of the Empire. That's the Proto-Saber, which is seen in Vader Immortal. So the last we knew, Bo-Katan has the Darksaber, and Gideon assumingly takes it from her in the Purge.
So that's what we're going to see in Season 2.
That's what I believe. A flashback of live-action Bo-Katan getting killed, probably.
Has she ever been in live-action anywhere else? No. Okay.
And they're all, I think Katie Sackhoff voices her, and that's who everyone wants to play her.
So I don't know. That was a chick.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, I did. That's dumb. Yes, I did.
And I've labeled this last, 5 minutes here as smart speculation, because we don't know. Like, we know she has it. We know Gideon gets it, and he talks about the Purge. So, put one and one together.
Yeah.
That's probably how he got it.
I mean, the only other thing that could be is he doesn't necessarily take... This is what I think they would do before they would
Vader
show...
Takes it or something,
there's all the rumors about Hayden coming back, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up on Mandalore with the Empire.
He's in the suit, so why get Hayden?
Because he's Vader. I mean, that's just... People wouldn't be...
Man, who cares?
People didn't like that they had the other guy in there. In Rogue One,
that's true.
It did. I mean, I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
Yeah.
As long as I do think they need to get a voice other than James Earl Jones because he sounds like he's 140 years old.
Yeah, he didn't sound too great in Rogue One.
No, he didn't.
No.
It sounded like someone doing a Vader. If it sounded like whoever does the thing for, it literally sounded like the guy from Trials of the Temple. At Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
I think that they're going to show up in Vader because I feel like that would be a great way to put Vader in The Mandalorian. And you know how they have to put Vader in everything.
That's so funny. That's one of my questions I was going to ask you. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
Is Vader oversaturated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the answer is yes. But I think they would do that with this because I think Filoni likes putting Vader and stuff.
Yeah. He's all over Rebels.
Yep.
And
And I think
Obviously
this
at
would
the
be a
end of
way to
Clone
do it.
Wars.
And he comes back and just murks it, takes it, puts it in the vaults of the Empire. Then when the Empire gets obliterated, Moff Gideon knows that that's there because he's part of that bureau,
Oh, okay.
finds it, takes it out, and does whatever he does with it.
I'd like if Gideon kills Bo-Katan, or if what you said. I like both those.
Either one would work. I mean,
Yeah,
either one's
that's
cool.
cool.
Which means it won't be either one. There'll be something stupid.
I don't know if you said it, it's gonna happen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he's saying about season 2. But he also has another quote, but it's kind of cut into two things there. If you want to scroll down that second one, I
Here
think
it
it was
is, yeah.
something about.
Yeah, he says, the saber is a key to Moff Gideon's past, which possibly has a lot to do with where he comes from, and his desire to build a planet and bring it back together. So where is he from?
Is he a Mandalorian and like defected and went to the Empire?
That could be. There were Mandalorians that did that. They had like part Stormtrooper, part Mandalorian armor, and they were part of the Empire.
Huh. I guess how would you explain that he was a part of that security thing in an episode of Mandalorian quickly?
They just mentioned it. He's like, I was part of the ESB, or I am part of the ESB. Like,
Did they mention that already somewhere?
Yeah, that's how we know that.
Okay.
He says it to them when they're trapped up in like the cantina, and he's got him hold up.
I gotta rewatch it.
We just did a rewatch.
I know, but it's how Star Wars is. There's so much stuff that takes a few times to get it all.
Yeah, unless you're dumb and weird like me and take notes. But
No, I wish I did. I should start doing that. Problem is, when I'll start writing a book, and then I'll miss 9 other things that
well,
happen.
see, that's why you just do it like I do and get like a tiny little piece of paper.
Yeah.
So you can't write a book.
True. What else?
Oh, he keeps going. He goes, this is still Esposito talking about Moff Gideon. He says, you could always read his mind through his eyes. I look at the imagery of his Supreme Chancellor, which really helped me. Wait.
Yeah, I don't understand what this one was.
I don't either.
Oh, it's about Tarkin. Scroll up and read that part.
Okay, this is him talking about inspiration behind the role. Esposito gives credit to the late Peter Cushing, who played Grand Moff Tarkin. Okay, makes sense. They're both Moffs. Okay.
Yeah.
You could always read his mind through his eyes. Yeah. I took a look at the imagery of this Supreme Chancellor, which really helped me. He is a supreme being in a sense. He knows it, but not everyone in the universe knows it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Tarkin is fantastic in the novels. The book
He's
Tarkin.
fantastic everywhere.
Yeah. The book Tarkin was really good. It wasn't like top 10 for me, but it was really, really good. But every time he shows up in Lost Stars for a little bit. He shows up in a few places where you go like, wow, he's a really cool character.
Yeah. I mean, he's good in Rebels. He's good in Clone Wars. He's good everywhere. They put him everywhere. He's like Vader, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They just throw him wherever they need him.
But it's one of those things like, that's more nerdy.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's going to know. I don't think everyone knows who.
Especially younger. He looks like him, but he's not like him.
Correct.
And he's actually, you probably know, he's supposed to be at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, that's him at that
Like,
when they're looking out.
I didn't know that till like 10 years ago.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, well, okay, I get it.
I've always liked Tarkin. I mean, he's not like one of my favorite characters, but like I was like, that guy's cool because he's so creepy.
Vader is cool too.
Yeah, and he's so creepy in A New Hope.
Very creepy. Yeah,
and you're just kind of like, this guy's
he's
evil.
right. There's a lot in just his facial expressions and his eyes. Like,
He's so gaunt and like weird looking.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Very
he reminds me of the critic from Ratatouille.
Yeah, Ego, Anton Ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot like him.
Yep.
Definitely. So, and I mean, that's Esposito's inspiration behind him.
Yeah.
But when they wrote the character, they also had Vader as an inspiration. And the character design.
You
like
can
the black
tell.
With the cape.
Yeah, you can tell.
Vader and obviously Saber now. Like, so he's inspired too by Vader. But
I'm ready to get that. There's 2 books I'm looking forward to more than normal. I'm really looking forward to The Art of Mandalorian and The Art of Galaxy's Edge. I really want both of those books.
And The Traveler's Guide to Batuu.
Yeah, that one too. That one's a little less on the list for me, like, because it looks like a, like when you were a kid and there'd be like a topic and you like there'd be books you had to read while you were in school, and like the teacher would have like a little small library of books, and it was always like, here's a book on Costa Rica, and you open it up and it's like,
and it's
supposed to look like that.
Good.
Exactly.
But like actually informational.
It's supposed to look like that.
Not just like Costa Rica.
But I
has
can't.
Beaches.
It looks like a Scholastic book fair book.
It's like that, but better. Like
cool. I'm excited for it.
Me too. Like a buddy that works on Batuu has got it, and he's told me like I've learned things that I didn't even know, and I go to Batuu every day and work there. Yeah. So like.
Yeah, they're releasing more backstory for it. I'm all for it.
Just like they're doing in the VR series coming out.
Yeah. Speaking of which, that's our next topic. Look at that.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video?
I have, but I wasn't like paying super close attention. But it's basically like we're going to a cantina, but it's not Oga's cantina.
I know. I'm not. They have such a cool opportunity here.
They had us so hype at the first announcement, and then they go another cantina.
Guess what? We're going to Galaxy Edge, a place you've never been before. A cantina. You're like,
but
what?
I have been. A better one with DJ Rex.
It's just, this is one of the things I go like, this could have been amazing. Like imagine the game starts, you're a pilot and you're and like you're controlling the ship and you see Batu in the distance and you have to land there for repairs. Your ship malfunctions, you have to land there for repairs.
What if you fly in during the Battle of Batu, and that's why you get forced on Batu?
Yeah, that would work. I mean, just get me there in an interesting way.
Or not even crash or whatever. Just be like a pilot looking for refuge.
We need fuel. We need fuel. And like your ship gets taken. You have to like do stuff for Oga. Like,
because that's what happens to Vi. I mean, she crashes, but when you land, like, what if people steal your crap and then you have to do what Vi does and go buy it back from Oga?
Yeah,
basically, like just something like that.
I love that part of that book.
She's so pissed. She's like, but it's my stuff. But Oga's like, not anymore.
Not anymore. It was your stuff. Congratulations. Now it's mine.
Yeah.
I love that character because they made her just unwaveringly.
She only cares about
herself
and herself.
And
she's like, I don't care about Vi. I don't care about Organa.
Whoever pays me more
Kylo
is.
Ren.
Yep. Like if you pay me more, cool. Then I'll tell them you're somewhere else.
Yeah.
If they counter offer me and give me more money, you're screwed.
Yeah. The only character.
That's literally a plot point in the book.
Big time. Yeah. The only character I saw today on Batu was Vi. I saw her 3 separate times.
Saw her today too. She was out at Saju's.
That's where I saw her today.
Saju's
garage.
Saju's.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Saju's garage.
The 2 speeders that are parked.
You know that? You know that was called Saju's garage? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Saju's garage is
Jew and Savis.
Saju. No, that's the where the stormtroopers are
when they go up above on the
catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, on the catwalk.
They do the little.
I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk.
It's on the Saju's catwalk.
This was such a missed opportunity. I mean, a game hasn't come out yet. They're not going to tell you everything up front, but it doesn't look as cool as they could have made. I mean, guys, do you guys know that there's pod racing that takes place on Batu?
We talked it before, but just do a pod racing.
Not even just a pod racing game. Like, just make it where you can go witness a pod race.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, we'd both.
I don't need to control the pod racer.
Yeah, just go sit in the stands.
Because then it's a pod racing game. Like, I want to explore Batu.
Yeah, we don't need a simulator. I guess.
I would like one, but I don't need it in a Batu game. But like, let me go watch it. Let me go look at another outpost.
Yeah, you got Pika, you got Galma.
Maybe that's what this is.
Let me go live on a farm and harvest grain.
But didn't they say like you can go outside and see the falcon or something? Like,
yeah.
I need to rewatch it again. But I remember watching it. I was just like, this is so boring.
Me too. I was like, I'm not really excited now. I'm just gonna keep going to Galaxy's Edge.
Like, I swear to God, I was like, we need to. I even told you like we should invest. You and me go half on a VR system so we can play this.
It'd be worth it.
It'd be super cheap.
We could still do Vader Immortal. I mean,
it's not the worst because VR is cool anyway. But like, I was like, well, you should go half on a VR thing. I still think we should.
Yeah.
Because it'd be cool to have. But for this specifically, I was like, I want to do this, and now I'm getting here going like, I might just watch someone play it on YouTube.
Right. I mean, and then if we're proven wrong and they do more cool stuff, then we can still get it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, it's a classic thing where they go like, this is going to be awesome, and then it's not. The announcement was lame. I'm sorry. Like, the thing that you're telling me is I guess it's different for me, too, because I live here. I can go to Oga's.
Yeah.
I'm
isn't Oga's.
I'm literally, it took me 5 minutes to get from here to Hollywood Studios this morning.
Yeah, when
7 minutes? Was it 7 minutes? 5 or 7? It was 5 minutes, right?
From studios to here tonight for the show, I listened to Kylo Ren's theme, and that was it.
Yeah.
And his theme is 5 minutes long.
It's 5 minutes.
So, 5 minutes.
I don't need
5 minutes from Oga's.
And that's a really good problem to have. But I also don't want to.
Alcoholic like we are.
I really don't want to. For the judge, that was a joke.
I don't have a judge, so for me, it's real. Jesus Christ. I want to be immersed in a different way. I want to feel like this is expanding the planet. I don't want it to feel like a VR version of what's there already. Because when I told Holly they were doing a Galaxy's Edge VR, she's like, why would you can go. And I'm like, it's not, they said they're expanding the lore and I'm sure they will, but like the thing shouldn't be, oh, it's a cantina. I guess maybe it is because you can't get into friggin' Oga's anymore. So maybe they're like, I guess we can make a fake one. Fair enough.
It looked like Oga's.
It really did, just without DJ Rex.
Is it
Why would I want to go to a place that doesn't have DJ Rex?
Does this take place like before all this takes place?
They haven't said, but like, why? Why would you make it any other timeline?
I don't know. Well, they did the book where it took place on 2 different timelines. And those blaster shots.
Black Spire takes place literally a day before.
Have you read Thrawn?
No, but I know there's
There's a lot. It takes place like half the book takes place on Batuu.
Yeah, Anakin's there with him. Yeah,
and there's some dark shit too.
Yeah,
there's some
dark stuff.
There's some stuff where they kill one of the handmaidens and stuff her in a basket, and like the basket's on Batuu.
Is she still there?
No.
Can you scan a crate and be like,
it's a body?
Like from 43
I actually
years
don't know if I actually don't know if the basket's there, but yeah, they kill her and like stuff her in a basket outside of Oga's or something.
I need to know that now.
Yeah, I think I have the hard copy of that book. I'm not sure.
Well,
I lent too many books out, and now I don't know where any of them are.
I've given all the ones back, so you
had one.
You can't blame me.
I think Lolly has the other ones.
It took me 12 months to read that one, so I honestly no joke. I started it 3 separate times.
That's me with Alphabet Squadron. I've started it 3 times.
Gave up. Started it. Finished it.
Did you not like it, or you just got busy?
That phrase is a little strange, but
got busy.
I just didn't like it. And eventually I'm like, I have to push through this point because I know it's going to be good because it has Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Dooku. Like, how could I not like it?
Who's the other character you said you really liked?
Oh, and Rael. We need more stuff about Rael Averross.
I don't remember Rael.
He was the Jedi that, like, Dooku trained, and then he's, like, kind of a cool, like, not Jack Sparrow 100%, but, like, a rock star piratey general.
I remember the name,
Jedi.
But I don't remember anything about the character.
Yeah, he just, like, I don't know, he, like, gives up.
How's he important?
He's like the connection between Dooku and Qui-Gon, and he's
on the planet that they go to.
He's like the regal general, general of Pajal.
When you said Jedi, I was remember that character.
He was a Jedi, and then he killed his Padawan.
That's
because
right.
The Padawan got hit with a dart,
and that was a fear that Obi-Wan had that something like that would happen to. Did I make that up?
A little bit. Like it's not huge in the book, but Obi-Wan's like, Qui-Gon doesn't like me. Like. What's gonna happen? So
they just focus on the wrong things in that book to me.
They do.
Again.
We don't know anything else about Rael. This is the only place we see him. So like, I want more stuff about him. And like, I texted you after. I'm like, so did he survive Order 66? Are we getting that story?
Tell him my idea for Order 66. I don't know if you've ever
said it before.
Have I?
Yeah, it's a great idea. Just be like, it's just Imperial propaganda.
And so all the Jedi think that it
say say they killed everybody when they really only killed 15. Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. Opens up for more stories.
Definitely does.
And also,
which they've done 16 times anyway.
I know.
So
it's so annoying.
Force Collector has it. Why am I going blank? Everything else has it. Oh, Rebels.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, obviously. Yeah.
Fallen Order. Anyway, all right. What's the next one?
We're caught up on the show notes.
Oh, cool. That's all the news, everyone. Now moving on to the next segment here. We're doing.
I don't know if that's a title or not.
Sure.
Questions for
Brad.
Shoot your shot.
That's what you should call it. Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot with Brad.
Shoot your shot, bro.
Shoot your damn shot.
We talked about lightsaber.
You better shoot your shot. Sorry.
What if at the end of episode 9 we got an actual lightsaber duel between Palps and Rey? Thoughts?
Well, he's hooked up to that machine, so it would have been really lame.
He gets off at the end. When he
you're right. After he gets their energy.
Yeah.
Rey would have gotten her ass kicked.
Think
she almost lost to Kylo Ren.
But he's a badass.
He's toying with her. We talked about it before.
Yeah, and he was gonna kill her.
I mean, I wouldn't have been upset about it, but it would have been really dumb if she won.
I don't know. She's a Palpatine. He's a Palpatine.
Come here, granddada.
I mean, it's set up that she's powerful, so that's weird. Like you defend your girl all the time, Rey.
I do, but I don't think she would. I mean, he
couldn't win.
He's okay. Well, hang on. You're talking about the Palpatine that came back with like the red lining cloak
and the yellow eyes
and full on Palpatine,
like deep ass voice when he's like super. Yeah,
I'm for life or whatever his voice was. Yeah. I no, she would have got her ass beat. I mean, they couldn't beat him together.
But what if
he just shot lightning and she shot it back at him?
What if Kylo's there? Like if it's both of them, fully healed, fully 100%. Oh, no, I shouldn't say Kylo. Ben and Rey versus Palps.
That would have been epic.
Yeah.
Because then, like, they would have, and it would have been a really cool way to see him fight a bad guy and fight as Ben. Yeah,
we've only seen it like in the comics.
That would have been cooler.
Basically.
You need to read too, by the way. Oh, speaking of comics, good Lord, I think I've said it before. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I have. I don't think I have because it's been
about a month. 4 days.
Yeah. So if I have, I apologize. The freaking new Star Wars mainline comic book is so good. They just released issue 5. I cannot wait to go get it, dude. It is so damn good. It takes place right after. It takes place right at the end of episode 5. Sorry, episode 5.
Okay, good.
And it's Luke. It's Luke. The first issue is Luke dealing with finding out that Vader's his father.
Ooh. Which is like
I have it in there. You need to read it tonight. It's
okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I know
unreal.
the story of the Kylo line, but I need to read issue 2, 3, and 4.
I do too.
Read issue
I have the book coming Friday, Thursday.
I'm gonna buy it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have that coming too. So, what was it talking about? Yeah, read that comic book. It's amazing. All right, what's the next question?
What do you think in and out of universe is the best like explanation for Baby Yoda? Do you think like the 3 ideas I could come up with? You might.
Wait, what do you mean in and out of universe?
Just like what makes sense for like Lucasfilm, Disney story group, versus like what makes sense in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The only 3 explanations I can come up with, and you can probably come up with more, is a Yoda clone, a Yoda relative, or just Yoda species. What's like the best in and out of universe?
Well, it has to be one of those 3 things, right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, unless it's a different species that looks like that species. I mean, that's probably what it is. There's Yaddle. So Yaddle exists. She's the same species as Yoda, so yeah.
So there's probably just a species.
But like in and out of universe, what's the best?
The best thing for them to do would be make it its own new character, because then you can have all these other side stories with them too.
But
you could make that. You could make the child usher in episode 10, 11, 12.
But think about like, will they do that? You know them.
They're gonna do that.
Exactly. Like, what do you think they're gonna do?
They're gonna have to kill this kid off.
No, well, okay, yeah, but I feel like they're gonna tie it to Yoda. It's just what they do. And I think clone is the way they're gonna go, because they're all about. Episode 9 was Dark Secrets cloning.
Yep.
Secrets
but
only the Sith knew.
Dark magic, Sith cloning. So I don't know if that's something the Jedi. Well, they did the clone army, but they haven't done that again.
Yeah. And in Clone Wars, Palpatine tries cloning stuff.
It's gonna be Yoda's kid, man.
You think they're going
100%. 100% they're gonna go with kid.
Man, okay. So that means he
and
he
Yoda
betrayed
sent
the
him.
Jedi
And
Order.
Yoda sent him. Maybe when he got into hiding and he wasn't a Jedi anymore, he got freaking on with Yaddle and he
Found a
sent the
little
kid
frog
away
in
when he
the
found
swamp.
out. He found out like. How cool would it be if they did like in the Empire Strikes Back,
or in the main line of comics you're reading, even like.
No. What's the from a certain point of view?
That's coming
That
out.
book,
The
yeah.
40th.
What if they did like a thing where he was like Yoda's on Dagobah, and he's like a single dad, and like they kind of just have him like he's taking care of something, and then before Luke gets there and he knows that like, oh, this fight's coming back to me, he sends his kid off. And then it gets intercepted by the Empire or something. I don't know. But it would kind of be cool if it was Yoda's kid.
Yeah. But then, like, you get the whole issue of just, like, putting that in her brain.
What are you going to do? And Palpatine had kids.
But he didn't make he made
You don't know that.
Yeah, it was a clone.
The kid was a clone? His son was a clone?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Isn't it in the novelization?
Not that I've read yet. I haven't finished it yet. So if
It
it's
is
anywhere,
somewhere.
it's probably in the novelization.
Yeah,
but
it is somewhere. I've heard it from, like, Star Wars Explained
Okay.
and stuff. Like, oh, yeah, I know it. Yeah. So he's a clone. So Palpatine didn't actually recreate.
I'm gonna bust inside you.
Busting nuts, bro.
Busting nuts. Palpatine out there busting nuts. So that means Rey is a clone of Palpatine.
Well, Rey was born naturally, so she's like, that's weird. What is that even considered? If you are, like, genetically, realistically, like, born from a clone, like that's her mom wasn't a clone.
Your DNA would be that you're a clone.
Yeah, so she's part actual Palpatine.
Yeah.
Not just like
Half.
bloodline.
She's half Palpatine.
She's half actual Palpatine.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, makes sense. I never actually sat down and thought.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Oh, they really wrote themselves into a corner with that one.
Yeah.
I can't believe they did that.
Most of episode
I can't
9
believe
does kind of falter when you really sit and think.
No,
Really,
but all of them do. All the
Yeah.
movies do that. Like,
Yeah.
wait,
That doesn't mean I don't like it. I
for the
still love it.
for the first 2 movies, they're like, Anakin killed Darth Vader, or Darth Vader killed Anakin, and then they're like,
And Obi-Wan's like,
not really.
not really.
I mean, what I said was kind of true if you squint your eyes and take 30 feet back and go, oh, that's real.
Yeah.
You want to bed? Love you. Yeah. All right. What's the next one? Did I answer your question? What was the
You
question?
said you're saying Yoda baby.
Yoda's son,
Yeah, Yoda's
her
son.
daughter. That's gonna be a girl.
No, they already said him and her, or not her. They already said his and him and he.
Where in the show?
Yeah, in Mando. We know baby
But
Yoda.
don't you call a dog a he and not know if it's a she or not? Like, oh, he's so cute.
Well, if I don't actually know the animal, but they hang out with this thing every day. They know what it is. They
Oh.
live with it. They raise
You
it.
think he's got a little piece on him?
Got to. Man, it's probably a big piece.
Got that little force hitter.
He's hung. You heard it here first.
He's got a big old thick green piece hanging out the front. He got that Dagobah serpent.
It might not be the front.
He got that Dagobah serpent out the front.
What's it called? It's called a dragon snake. That's what the thing is called on Dagobah.
That's what it is. He got that dragon snake. All right, what's next?
Man, I think we'll just after that. There's nowhere else
talking
to go,
dicks on the show.
Listener questions, which we already addressed.
Oh my God, how backed up are we on listener questions?
Actually, only just 2.
Oh, thank God.
The overview of the Darksaber. So, what do we expect to see? This is from. Okay, wait. Back up. Disney Dad at Disney Dad 9 asked about the Darksaber, and we addressed that. He asked, I haven't seen. Oh, my bad. I haven't watched Clone Wars or Rebels, so can you give me a quick overview of the Darksaber? So,
enjoy.
It wasn't quick, but we did. And then at Lafitte's Anchor asks. That's got to be a Dallin.
That's a Dallin fan.
It could just be Dallin. What if it's actually him?
He's just
got
trolling
a burner
us.
account. I could see it.
Okay.
So he says, what do you expect to see in the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer that is most likely going to drop this month during the NBA basketball playoffs, which I don't know when that is. I don't know why that is.
I expect to see a Disney Plus logo.
Good call.
No, I don't know, man. I mean, the first trailer we got was they would have dropped us at Celebration. So whatever day Celebration was supposed to be, like their day, is when they're going to drop this because it's already been planned out months in advance. And Celebration was September. What was Celebration's dates? Can you pull up what Celebration's dates were? It was August. It was this month. It was the end of this month. We were getting close.
Yeah, we were going. We had everything.
I still have the hotel room booked.
Cheap flights. So let's do it.
Yeah, we're actually thinking about going to Disneyland once it reopens.
That'd be sick.
Because I want In-N-Out.
Not Disneyland. He just went In-N-Out.
I want In-N-Out and Disney. I do want Disneyland too, but I really want In-N-Out real bad.
What if they open with an In-N-Out inside Disneyland?
Dude, I'd be so excited. I would never leave. I'd move there.
Dang.
I don't know, man. I think we're gonna see the child for sure. I think we're gonna see another familiar planet. I don't know which one. I think we're gonna see a lot of stormtroopers. And I think we're going to not get much story. I think it's going to be like a classic Star Wars trailer where they don't really show us too much. We're going to do a trailer reaction to this.
Oh, no question. And it's going to get as many views as Episode 9.
The last one we did for Mandalorian didn't because we weren't excited about it. I legitimately was not excited about Mandalorian. You can tell. If you watch my trailer for reaction for Episode 9 and then you watch my trailer reaction for Mandalorian Season 1, I was like, yeah, that's it. It's hilarious, the difference.
It's funny how often, like, that's what happens with mostly you, but sometimes me too. Our reactions.
Just like, eh.
Oh, look at his.
He's wearing a Star Wars shirt.
Sleeping shirt.
Good night, Duncan.
Look at his face.
He's falling asleep. He's falling asleep sitting up. Good night, buddy.
I aspire to be that level of sleepiness.
Dude, I know, right? I am that level of sleepiness.
He's so cute.
He's so cute. Good night, Duncan.
So Celebration was supposed to be August 27th through 30th.
Okay.
At the convention.
So I would say probably you're going to get it the 27th or 28th.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me look up when the basketball thing is. So maybe we'll find out. NBA playoffs 2020 schedule. Okay.
I didn't even know that sports. I literally have no idea sports are going on.
They're at Disney, bro.
Oh, that's right. I know Major League Soccer is at Disney.
The NBA Finals will take place at. Why doesn't it say Walt Disney World? It says at Disney World. That's how much.
Okay.
That's how much of a nerd I am. In Orlando, Florida, on Wednesday, September 30th.
Okay,
so that's when the finals are. So the playoffs start before.
Well, you're going to get it at the finals to boost.
You think so?
100%.
All the way till September 30th.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They would have done but
Celebration was August 30th.
Yeah.
So we have a whole other month.
You just said August 30th, right?
No. The finals are September 30th.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said August 30th.
No.
They
last from September 30th to October 12th.
Oh, okay. So
if required,
be one of those days. So 27th through the 30th. It's gonna be one of those days
of this month. August.
Yes, of this month, August.
Okay.
Because they've already had it all.
Which that makes sense. The playoffs kick off on Sunday, August 16th.
Okay. They might move it up, but I mean, I guarantee you they were planning to drop.
Oh well, if you want to get really basketball nerdy, which is the different kind of nerdy than we are.
I have zero experience in this.
The play-in tournament, I don't know what that is, starts on August 16th and 17th. The first round of the playoffs begins August 18th. Conference semifinals start September 1st. conference finals start September 15th.
My brain hurts.
Yeah. And then the finals start September 30th. So the timeline of celebration closest would be September 1st when the conference semifinals start. So
I don't know, man. It's going to be
end of the month.
I mean, hell, they could just drop it on YouTube. I mean,
well, that's why I'm going to watch it because I'm not watching.
I wish they would do like a
NBA
virtual
playoffs.
celebration. Like
They've been
$15.
talking
There has there?
Yeah.
They just do a virtual celebration. Just
They've
do
done
like
Comic-Con like that too recently, right?
do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Like give me I would pay $15 for like a
But
all
will you
streaming?
pay $30 for Mulan?
No.
That's the first. I actually didn't know what you were going to say, so that's funny.
No. I mean, if
Damn,
my
how am
daughter
I
wanted
gonna
to watch it,
then?
yeah.
Okay, well.
She loves Mulan, dude. She has a shoulder mushu. I love the shoulder things. Anyway,
What if they just
what
put
are
on
we gonna-
Disney Plus and charge you for it? Like $30 for celebration on Disney Plus.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love sitting there and listening to the announcements. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat. But I think we're gonna see. I don't know, man. What are we gonna see? What do you think?
You can't have Moff Gideon, or I shouldn't say it. That's the character name. Esposito be like this out and excited and like all about it without showing actual like just a clip of him with the saber, like, swinging it. We don't know what he's swinging at.
I could
but,
just pick up like if the trailer could just pick up with him on that TIE fighter
and just show him like getting picked up by somebody
and like
or
dialogue behind it, like
Yeah.
you thought the world was over.
Yeah,
It's only just begun.
yeah.
And
It's-
like
That's the only thing I'll guarantee is like, well,
then like
you're
it
gonna
cuts to
see
the child eating a
frog. Little
oh
you're
what
gonna see him doing the magic hand thing.
what if
you're
it
gonna see that.
opens with them going back to Quill's grave?
Oh dang. Oh well, they just left it though in the last like 2 minutes. Of
Yeah,
the
but
show.
we don't know what happens. I mean, we don't know how they get off that planet. They don't show it, do they?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
yeah, they fly away in the Razor Crest.
I don't.
And they play the
remember.
theme, the heroic bum 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 when they're flying away. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess you
I
do.
lost all the energy just drained out of my body.
Do you have a short-term memory loss?
I think
do
so.
I need to call somebody?
Maybe.
Oh, they can help me too with whatever. it is I
You
have.
really are watching the Kef beer scene.
Look, yeah, it's on, I pull up Disney Plus, Lightsaber fight.
That's awesome.
I watch it.
I love
watch
it.
it every night for the past like 4 nights.
I did that with Last Jedi. I would watch certain scenes over and over and over again.
Like, yeah, I haven't watched the movie over and over again. I've still only seen the movie like 4 times. But this lightsaber fight, I've seen it 35 times.
It's a lot of times, man.
It's more than 5.
All right.
More than, it's more than 2.
It is more than 5.
But it's less than 36.
All right, man. Anything else before we wrap this up?
We're wrapping up? Oh, I thought we had like 2 hours left.
No.
Fuck.
We ran out of stuff
mean-
to talk about. Unless you got more.
I got nothing wrote down.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm curious to see what happens with Rives tomorrow. We'll report back.
Let's see. Wait, should I go like full costumed out tomorrow or?
If you want to sweat your
No.
ass off, that's
I'm
on
gonna
you.
Die. I almost died tonight for an hour and a
Dude,
half.
it was so hot
Stay
today.
tuned to my Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. You're gonna see these awesome pictures. They're good. Brad doesn't like them. He's just jealous.
You're jealous because I wear an X-Wing pilot. Like,
No.
I love how I mock you, but I go way harder than you.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You're selectively.
When I go hard,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah. I've got just more quantity of it. Doesn't mean I have less quality, but I have more quantity.
You definitely do. I don't take pictures though. I just kind of walk
No,
around.
you gotta change it.
I do it for myself. I don't do it for photos.
I do it for myself. I like to look at those pictures
'Cause
at
you're a
night
hoe.
as I go to bed.
Now, I do want to ask you a serious question
Yes.
about those photos.
'Kay.
It's
not gonna be serious.
Did you buy that shirt in the female section?
I knew it wasn't gonna be serious.
Because it looks like you're wearing a girl's shirt backwards.
I mean, I do in my spare time, but that's not
It
one
does
of
look
those.
like Cal Kestis. It looks pretty cool.
It's inspired by him. It's not. Really,
I think you should like
yeah.
cut that shirt, make it look more rugged. I'm being
Yeah,
so serious.
Yeah, like weather it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the gloves I wore were weathered. 'Cause
Like
I used,
burn
they used
it.
to be my like weightlifting gloves.
She's
So like
like-
they're all ripped and torn. And
God
like,
damn it! He wore. My friend wore gloves to Hollywood Studios in
I'm
summer.
your friend. Well,
I would say probably.
yeah, I would too.
I mean,
Yeah.
with this past week, I would say probably your friend.
Most likely.
Most likely, don't hate you.
That's good.
Not yet. All right, pack your shit and get out of here. All right, friends, we will.
We'll do.
We will see you guys on the next show. It's so good to be back.
In a month and 4 days from now.
In a month.
That's our new schedule.
It'll be 2 months. We're gonna like make it
It
exponential.
builds and builds.
It's been 4 years since our last podcast.
It's been so long.
In all seriousness, though, thank you guys who have been downloading the podcast recently. We're back. We're gonna start doing it again. 2 times a week maybe. It'll just depend on what happens. I mean, like if there's not a lot of news, I don't want to sit here and like bore you with like, well, in this comic book, because that's not interesting. So,
but 2, they moved the trash can by.
Does that mean that the stories change?
I don't want to be that podcast.
No.
Just want to give you thoughts on the news and some speculation, and I think once we get the trailer for Mandalorian season 2, we'll be able to talk about that a little bit and kind of go from there. And I'll give you a review on those books because I'm behind on Queen's Peril. I don't know if it's called Queen's Peril. It's the second Queen's
Shadow.
I think it is Queen's Peril. It's over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alpha Squadron, Shadowfall, and then the Poe Dameron book that is supposed to be here today. But thanks, Amazon. Didn't happen. I'll give you reviews on all that stuff, and we'll let you guys know what happens with Rise.
Right.
Anything else, homie?
Man, that's it. I don't think I changed my ad. I still don't know how social media works, but I've changed one of my names on social media.
To what?
Across all platforms. So now it's Happily Evan After.
Greatest
But
theme park name ever.
It's all right.
Happily Evan After?
I think Evan T. Boucher still works, so try both of them if you want to follow me.
Well, what's your ad? Did you change your ad?
I don't know. I don't understand how this works. I'm an old man.
Let me see. Go to your Twitter.
Go to Twitter. Okay.
And then hit
Bear
profile.
with us.
I haven't been on Twitter. I do not miss it, by the way. Holly today, she goes, you don't miss Twitter, do you? I'm like, nope.
The at is Evan T. Boucher.
Okay.
But
so I can change that for you. Do you want to change that?
No, I want to keep Evan T. Boucher.
Okay.
So I don't know what that applies.
So you would go to
name.
go up at Evan T. Boucher. You can follow me on Instagram at Florida Fun. So hard to say. Florida Fun Brad. I changed the YouTube channel. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast because we weren't doing just theme park stuff anymore, and I don't plan on doing just theme park stuff anymore because there's a lot of cool stuff to do in Florida that isn't theme park related.
Because of that.
Well, thanks.
Anytime.
Still doing theme park stuff. Obviously, there's gonna be like a major focus of the channel, but I also didn't want to have people thinking it was just theme park stuff when I go and do an off-roading video, or
and then they get mad, be like, "Oh,
this is not what I signed up for." Yeah, it is. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to Florida Fun, and we'll see you guys in the next show. Until then, may the force be with you.
Always.